Today I'm talking about the 5 love languages. By, by now, most people are familiar with the 5 love languages. But for those who are not, I'll give a basic. The basic idea being that every person shows love in one of these 5 ways. The love languages are words of affirmation, and examples of these are giving words of appreciation and giving genuine compliments. The next is acts of service. So this can be doing chores or running errands or making your loved one's lives easier. Perhaps you pick up the dry cleaning, maybe you did the dishes, maybe you take out the trash. These are acts of service. And to some who don't have that love language, they might not seem very romantic, but they're certainly helpful to anyone's lives for those of us who lead busy lives. Acts of affection are the 3rd love language, and don't think that that means having sex, because it's not. It actually encompasses showing your love for someone through physical touch, to include kissing, holding hands in public, hugs, cuddling, a pat on the back, shaking someone's hand. All of these can be acts of affection that don't necessarily lead to the full act in the bedroom. And these are one way that some people prefer to either have a love expressed to them or to share their feelings of love for another. Now, one of my favorite acts of love or love languages would be that of spending quality time. So that comes down to giving quality time where you are completely focused on your partner while doing something together. Now, this wouldn't be like watching a movie so much. I mean, it can be, but ultimately, you're both distracted from each other while you're watching a movie, unless you're making out during it. So I wouldn't say that watching a movie is the greatest idea, but anything where you're going to be interacting with each other by having like a conversation face to face or taking time to talk with them about something or play a game or bonding together over some shared event where you have quality attention to them during that time. That is the love language of quality time. So ultimately, quality time is kind of more complicated to fulfill than other love languages in that it's not like a specific action so much. It could be anything where you are giving your free time or your spare time to focus on your partner. So making love or physical affections or spending time together in any way, even just having a phone call, it's all spending time, but quality time generally means you're going to spend some significant time just one-on-one with each other, not distracted by other things like your job or the kids or something else. Now, it doesn't matter so much the last way of giving love, or the 5th way to give love, is that of giving gifts. And it's not so much about the level of the expense of the gift. So if you're thinking, oh my god, I have to buy something really expensive or really important, no, that's not what acts of giving gifts or the love language of gift giving is about. It's really more that your gift is thoughtful. So, if you buy someone the wrong gift, or if you make something for them, or you give them something that that wasn't what they wanted, or it wasn't something that they liked, then these people could be significantly offended by your gift alone. Now, for me personally, because acts of giving gifts or the love language of giving gifts, it's not a love language to me. Don't get me wrong, I love giving gifts to people, I'm very generous, but I will gift anyone whether or not I care or love them. Like, I don't have to care about them, I don't have to love you to give you a gift. I will give an enemy at work my gifts for just because it's fun to give gifts to people. I don't know why I like it, but it's something that I do. So just because I give you a gift doesn't mean I'm in love with you. It may mean you're a friend, or that you're important to me, or that I wanted to brighten your day, but it's not that significant to me personally. But for those who it is, it's really important. So your gift better be thoughtful, better be something that they want, or something that they need, or something that you know that they like. And it can be small. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be giving flowers or chocolates or any small item, just to show that you are thinking about them when you're not with them, and that you cared enough to, you know, bother to give them such a item. And so it doesn't have to be expensive. It's just the act of being thoughtful about the person that you are trying to show your love to. Now, I do not think that knowing your partner's love languages is going to solve all relationship problems. And in fact, it does not. So don't depend on that alone. But it is important to know what your partner's love languages are, or, you know, if you want to make them feel loved and you don't want them to be like bothering you because you did not make them feel loved, or because they feel like you don't love them when you do, then it's important to know these things so that you can show them in their love language, not yours. Now, I guarantee you might have different love languages. I mean, most people do. I mean, ultimately, a compatible relationship probably didn't have to worry about such things as the love languages, because both people vibed on the fact that they had similar love languages or compatible ones. But like, say an ex of mine I once had, his acts of love were like words of affirmation. And don't get me wrong, I love to compliment people and thank them if they do something that I appreciate, but it's not important to me. And so you could tell me compliments all day and like, yeah, it's gonna make me feel good, but it's not gonna make me feel like you love me. If you're not spending time with me, I will just think, oh, this person, I'm not very significant to them. They don't want to waste their most precious resource of time on me, and you know, we're all busy, so I really only spend time with people who are of some significance and importance to me. Otherwise, I'd rather be by myself or doing something that's productive or relaxing alone. So spending quality time, you know, if a person thinks, oh, I'm gonna like sit here and talk with you on the phone all the time and just compliment you, that's not it for me. But like I said, these are why it's important to learn your partner's love languages, so that you can fulfill them with what they need to feel loved by you. And if you're fulfilling their love language needs, they're probably going to fall in love with you, or at least they're going to be satisfied or happy with the relationship for the duration of it, assuming your conflict styles are not terrible or incompatible. So, like I said, knowing the love languages, it's not going to save your relationship if it's falling apart. That means you probably have more problems than just incompatible love languages. But the point of knowing the love language, and you can take Gary Chapman's free test online, it's free. His book, you could read it. It's good information if you are in a relationship, or if you someday want to be in one. You should be aware of these things. Just, it's more about making your partner happy in the relationship and fulfilling their needs so that they're not looking elsewhere for these needs, than it is so much about solving problems that you may have. And an example of that would be that I do know people who have been in marriage therapy trying to save their marriage after it had gotten so far off track and was falling apart. And those people, they read the love languages and they worked on it, but that wasn't enough to solve the other problems that were in the relationship. It's just a better way to show your partner or to make them feel happier and more loved by you, but it's not going to solve your problems. But if you want to make your partner happy, you better be showing them one of their top 2 languages of love, or they're just not going to feel much is going on there. And they should be showing you your top 2 love languages as well. So something to definitely take seriously if you are dating someone for a while and you guys decide that you want to commit and you've gotten to know each other enough to get to that point. And it's a good date night conversation, actually. What are your love languages? If you don't know, go take the free test online together. It's something fun, and it's a good way to learn about each other, and it helps you know how to make your partner happier. But ultimately, I would say, even though I have my preferences or the things that make me feel more loved than other love languages, I kind of expect in my relationships to get a little bit of all 5 of those love languages. Now, that's why I say that knowing their love language isn't enough, really. It's important. It's important to know how to make them really feel good and feel happy and loved by you, but it's not everything. And ultimately, if you are in a relationship and you do love someone, you should be showing them all 5 of those love languages on a weekly basis. If you're not, well, maybe not gifts. That's just me, though. Some people might need them, but I mean, keep it small and inexpensive. Don't be like over the top, because that's gonna add up fast if you're not rich. So the main thing I'm saying is just you should be complimenting your partner. If you love someone, you're going to compliment them because there's something that you like about them, and you don't have to keep that in the dark. You can tell them, hey, your eyes are really pretty, or I like how you think, or I love the way you do something that they're good at. I mean, something they do makes you smile, it makes your day better. You should let them know about that. Don't just keep that inside your mind. And if they're doing something great that you appreciate and that helps you or makes you happy, give them a compliment. Say thank you. Don't be rude. Everyone should say thank you if someone gives them something. And, you know, acts of affection, okay, for me personally, that is one of my top 2 love languages. And so some people give love and affection and hugs and kisses to everyone, and some cultures do that naturally. In my own family, we're kind of reserved about our acts of affection, and you know, I hug my friends because they're friends who hug, but the ones who don't hug, I don't go out of my way to like try to hug them most of the time. So for me, there's some people, like, I could enjoy talking to them, but I just don't want them to touch me or get too close. And so that's just something for me personally. I love hugs, I love cuddling, I love hand-holding. It's really awesome to have a good kiss, but I don't like to do that with everyone unless you're a really close friend of mine, or you're a family member, or you're someone that I actually do care about significantly, or I do love in some way, even if it's platonic. Then that's likely I'm just going to stick to the handshake or the fist bump. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to give the hug and the kiss. It's just, or I'm going to give the one-armed hug. It's just not my thing. Some people are different, but, you know, for me, it's something I only share with people I love. I compliment everyone. So I guess I give all of the love languages to everyone, but the only ones that really mean anything to me are probably going to be acts of service. That's in the middle. I'm middle ground on that. I really don't care about compliments, but I give them to everyone. I mean, if I like something, I tell you. I really don't like gifts, or like gifts. I'd rather you take me out to dinner and spend time with me and celebrate with me, or make me dinner at home. It's not like you have to spend a lot of money. It's the act of sharing the time that's significant to me. So I'll say there's a lot of people I wouldn't want to go to dinner with, and sometimes you're just bored and you do things with people because they invited you, but it's not something I'm normally going to do with someone that I don't enjoy talking to or spending much time with. So maybe that's how I know that even if I'm going to express all of the 5 love languages to someone who I care about, I'm probably not going to express a couple of those love languages, like spending time or too much physical affection, with people that I just don't like that much. Maybe I'm weird like that, but I do believe that every person that you do care about, you should be showing them all 5 of the love languages, because if you're not giving, then you're taking. If you're not giving and taking, then it's not balanced. And we don't go into relationships to take. We should be going into them to give. If you're in a relationship, you should be looking for what you can give to that person to make their life better and their days better and happier. And if you're not, then you're probably not a good person to have a relationship with. Just saying. We fall in love and have relationships to give, not to take. You shouldn't be like, if you're giving, you should be giving freely. You should not expect anything back. Yeah, it's great if they match your giving level, but ultimately, we're not there to take. We should be there in a relationship because we want to give something to that other person. And if you're there to take, it's probably not love. It's transactional. So let's just get that clear there.